Hello everybody, it's Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about the Assault SMG in GTA 5 and GTA Online. Now this is the 12th episode of my series called GTA 5 Gun Guide, where we will be going for every single weapon in GTA 5 and GTA Online, and breaking down the stats of these weapons, talking about these weapons, and just giving a general review of these weapons. Now if you want to go check out last episode in this series, which was on the SMG in GTA 5 and GTA Online, then you can go check that out. There will be a link in the description. You can go click that link, and it will take you to that video. There will also be a playlist in the description, so you can go check that out if you want to go check out all episodes in this series. Also, most of these stats are coming from the GTA Wiki, so if you want to go check that out, then there will be a link in the description. The Assault SMG is a weapon manufactured by Von Fuhr, and it appears in Grand Theft 5 and Grand Theft Online. Now, it is unlocked after signing up for Social Club in the single player and after reaching rank 29 in Online. It appears to be based off the Magpul PDR with the correct magazine, but lacking the Picatinny rail. It also appears to take elements from the FN P90, so it's kind of like a mix between the P90 and the PDR. So the damage is 2.2 out of 10, the fire rate is 5.5 out of 10, the accuracy is 4.0 out of 10, the range is 3.5 out of 10, the magazine size is 30 rounds, or 60 if they have an extended mag, and the rate of fire is 500 rounds per minute, which is 50 rounds higher than the rate of fire of the SMG. It's a pretty good all-round SMG. So I tested out this weapon against another player, and I tested out on a person that goes by the name of Solo Hatchet on Xbox Live, so big thanks to him who helped me out with this. But he's a level 13, so keep that in mind whenever you're using this weapon. Depending on the rank of your enemy, this may increase or decrease. So it will take 1 bullet to the head, or 5 if they have a bulletproof helmet. It will take 10 shots to the chest, and everywhere else on their body, so that means leg, arm, feet, it will take 12. And also, at a max distance of this weapon, which is 120 meters, it will take 10 shots. Now this is actually pretty weird. So it will take 10 shots. Of course, I tried to shoot the guy at the chest, and which is kind of weird because the Assault SMG, it's an SMG, but it takes the exact same shots at long range that it is at close range. And I don't know if this is a glitch or a bug with this weapon, but it is kind of weird that it does take 10 shots up close and it doesn't have a drop off. The SMG, it takes 40 plus rounds to kill an enemy at long distance. Of course, this means if you hit in all of your shots, it will take 10. But it is kind of weird to think about. I mean, 10 rounds, this is a pretty good weapon over long distance. Of course, 10 rounds is kind of hard to hit with the accuracy of this weapon, which is not all that bad. But if you tap fire and kind of use this weapon effectively at long range, it can benefit pretty well from not having a drop off. Now, of course, it does do 23 damage per shot, which is higher than the SMG just by 1 damage point per shot, which doesn't mean too much. But it is nice. It is a nice weapon. Now, the attachments that you can put on this weapon are a flashlight, scope, and suppressor. Honestly, I wouldn't really recommend the suppressor or the flashlight, just because at a longer distance, this weapon is pretty good at long distance. I wouldn't recommend a flashlight, because in first person, it's on the left side of the weapon, which you may be wondering, okay, why would you not want to have the flashlight? Well, the flashlight, what it will do is it will kind of block part of your vision, because it's kind of big and it's like at an angle. It's kind of weird on that, so it kind of blocks a part of your vision. And honestly, the flashlight, it isn't all that amazing. I mean, it doesn't really benefit you too much. Also the scope, also the suppressor, I actually like the sound of this weapon. It actually sounds pretty nice in my opinion, so I wouldn't recommend that. I honestly would recommend the scope on this weapon because I don't really like the iron sights on this weapon. The iron sights on this weapon aren't amazing. They're kind of weird in a way. You have like this railing. It's just weird. I don't like them at all. And while I guess I could use them if I had to, I would honestly recommend the scope just because it looks nicer in first person in my opinion. And just overall, this is actually a pretty good weapon. I never actually really knew about how this weapon is amazing at long distance, since you have no drop off at all. Now, of course, it may not take 10 shots to kill an enemy with this weapon, because if they're a higher rank, then they'll have more health. But it should take the exact same shots to kill for up close and at the max distance of this weapon. Now, of course, the accuracy on this weapon isn't all that amazing. It's, I guess if you tap fire, it can be good. but overall, it's not anything to brag about. It's just not all that amazing. But overall, it's a pretty good weapon in my opinion, and I actually really like it. So let me know your thoughts on this weapon in the comments. Now this is actually the final SMG in this series, which in next episode in this series will be on the assault rifles. Now I said I was going to go through the weapon wheel and so we started with pistols, now we're on SMGs. I'm going to skip the MGs and then I'll go to the assault rifles and then I'll come back to the MGs and then we'll go into like snipers and stuff. The reason I'm skipping the assault rifle, or the reason I'm skipping the MGs, or, you know, that'd be the MG, the Combat MG, and the Gusenberg Sweeper. The reason I'm going to skip those is because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 2 assault rifles, so we got 5 assault rifles, and I'm going to go through all those. Then we're going to come back to the MGs, because I want to be able to kind of make a reference to the assault rifles, and in my opinion, I think in-game it actually should be SMGs, assault rifles, then go to MGs. Just so whenever I'm talking about MGs, I can talk about the assault rifles and talk about past assault rifles, and I'd already have a video on the assault rifle. So if I say in the MG video I talk about the carbine rifle, well, I could link you guys to that video. So that's why I'm doing that. And so next episode in this series will be on the assault rifle. And also, so let me know your thoughts on this weapon in the comments. Hope you all enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video.